We also have some other products that are not super analog. We've got the Alpha Pre. This is 4 mic pre's using the VHD circuitry, so being able to dial in the second and third harmonic distortion. Very nice for recording if you've got drum overheads and kick and snare, very good for that. Or you've got the Alpha channel. This is 1 mic pre, 3 EQs, and a soft limit. There's also an A to D converter, so you can go digitally into your computer for recording. And it's a more affordable, it's not the same sound as these, but you're still getting good value for your money. The bottom is the E Signature Series channel, which we've just discontinued. But as I mentioned earlier, we're now taking the 4K, which this was based on, that we're taking the compressor and the EQ and made it available in the X-Rack. Any questions before I carry on? No? Okay. So that's the analog side of what we're doing. Now, in 2006, we released the Duende. Duende is basically bringing the SSL sound into the computer. We've taken the algorithms, the DSP processing from our large format console, the C200, or digital console, and made it available as plugins. The advantage of the DSP processing means that everything can be done externally from the computer, so your computer can run more virtual instruments, it can handle more audio. The Duende for mixing is absolutely brilliant. Very transparent still, but gives you a really nice, powerful sound. And again, once we do the audio demos, you can kind of hear really what I'm talking about. There are different options in the range. You've got the Classic, the PCIe, and the Mini. And I'll explain the differences between each one a bit later. Now, as standard, all of those three options come with the channel strip. So this is taking high and low pass filter, 4-band EQ, compressor and gate, all in one plugin. Now you can have up to 32 of these on the Duende. So really a 32 channel mixer, SSL mixer within your computer. It's quite an attractive option. We also have the bus compressor. This is an optional plugin for the Mini, but it comes as standard with the other 2 versions. And again, the same idea, the glue to your mix, you put it on first, and then put everything, and you mix into it, to really give you the nice big sound. And we have some optional plugins as well. We have the drum strip, which isn't just for drums, you can use it on other material. You've got more advanced gate, you've got the transient shaper, you've got high frequency enhancer, low frequency enhancer, and the listen mic compressor as well. So again, very functional, fully featured plugin. One thing I must say, all the plugins are on over 50% discount until the 1st of October. So if you've been looking for a DSP processing platform, or you've been thinking of Duende, now would be a perfect time to take advantage of the price drop. We also have the X-Comp. This is a mastering dual knee compressor. You can get some very nice different characteristics from it. And lastly, we have the X-EQ, and this is a 10-band mastering EQ. You've got different filter types, very, very powerful. And again, we can look at this later. So as I said, you can have a combination of any of those 5 plugins, 32 of any of the 5, depending on which platform you go for. You can actually use 2 Duendes together and have 64 if you really wanted to. So let's look at what's available. You've got the Classic, which is the 19-inch rack mount, for those that like having lots of stuff in the studio. The PCIe for somebody who's confined with space and needs a card inside the computer. Or we have the Mini, which is a portable solution, whether you're gigging, you're on the road, recording on location, you can still take advantage of the SSL sound. It works both on Mac and PC, and comes as VST audio units or RTAS for Pro Tools. So we've pretty much got all the applications covered. Next, the Mini. So as standard, you get 16 channels of DSP processing. There's an optional upgrade to 32 via the SSL web shop, and you can also buy the bus compressor as well. We have the PCIe, which gives you 32 channels of DSP processing, and you get the channel strip and the bus comp. And the same with the rack mount version as well. Now, whenever I go around and talk about the Duende, I always get asked this question. Waves do an SSL plugin, you know, what's the difference, or is it better, or let me know, tell me what's the difference between them. So basically, with the Waves, they took a 4K channel strip and they made an emulation of it. With the Duende, you're actually getting the real thing. You're getting the real algorithms, the real DSP processing from the digital console. With Waves, you're getting a native and TDM plugins. With us, you're actually getting a DSP platform that also can be expanded, either through optional plugins, or if you're with the Mini, you can have more channels. So there's more flexibility, and at the same price as the native version, you can have a Mini and upgrade through time. And lastly, Waves have a WAP plan. So yearly service charge, just like you'd have with your car, to make sure everything's running okay, you do a little check, you get the latest drivers from them. If you change platforms, it's a yearly charge. With us, we don't get that. So it kind of shows you pros and cons between the two. So just to recap, Duende gives you a current product that fits within the way you're working. It's an affordable option that can be expanded and built over time. But most importantly, you're getting SSL quality. And again, that's, you know, I keep mentioning it, that the quality, the care that we put to the products, but it really is important to us. Any questions? You just want me to shut up. Okay, I'll go through it quickly. We also offer some I/O solutions as well. Basically, it's converters. This is a guy, Project Studio, and obviously he's working with the computer. I mentioned this earlier. The computer really is the center of our studio now. So, whether you're working on a PC or a Mac, we have the MADI Extreme card. So this is a PCIe card, which can give you either 64 I/O or 128, depending on which version you go for. And this has a MADI connection. MADI is a not so well-known connection, but it's an optical. Been around for years, we helped to develop it. Used a lot in the live market. You can have up to a kilometre via coaxial, you know, you can drive over it and, you know, it's perfectly stable. But this for your studio, one optical cable from the card to your converter gives you 64 I/O, which is quite attractive.